What's going on, everybody? Spencer Sutton here, and I thought I'd walk you through how we see marketing at Evernest right now and really where we've come from to where we are currently. And the reason I'm doing this is to potentially help you as you think through your marketing, because I want to give you some pieces of information that I think might be helpful, let you see or let you, just kind of let you see how we think about it and then what we do about it. And so let's talk about marketing. So what I want to do is I want to kind of go back to how it started. So I joined the team 2014 after a long history with Matthew. He was managing a lot of my rental houses and with Evernest. And I'll tell you, his marketing was really, really bad. So when I came on board, this is what it looked like. So this is what the website looked like. This was GK Houses at the time, also known as Golden Key. So the initial name of the company when it started in 2008 was Golden Key, and you can see the logo down at the bottom, and then people just kept calling it GK. And so then we changed the name to GK Houses, and eventually in the fall of 2020 we changed it to Evernest. So we're at Evernest, but this is how it looked. And I told Matthew, I went to lunch with him. I was like, man, I need to help you with your marketing. It's horrible. We need to do something about it. And that's when he said, just come on board and, man, help us get to 25,000 properties. So that was in December of 2014. And these were the videos that Matthew was producing. So if you're watching this and you're a property manager, I want you to know something. This was done in 2013 and 14. I want you to know something. At that time, I don't know of any property managers that were doing this. Like, I don't know of any property managers that were like getting up in front of the camera and just committed to recording content. So partly I put this up here to kind of make fun of Matthew just a little bit, but also not really. I'm also giving him a ton of credit because he was doing this when very, very few people were. And so this is how, when I joined, this is exactly how it looked. And so since then, how does it look? Well, we've changed quite a bit, right? So we've got a much better looking website, and our videos are a lot cleaner, usually a bit better. But at the end of the day, honestly, they don't have to be some fantastic production level videos. If you're a property manager and you're the owner and you're listening to this, you just need to record. Period. The end. But before you do that, let's talk about the process that we went through to really figure out, well, when we hit record, what do we need to actually be saying? Because this is very, very important. So I'll just kind of tell you how we thought about it from the very beginning and still do. So I like to think, what is marketing? Well, marketing is a target market. So there's three things that you need. Number one, you need a target market. So when I came on board, this is the first thing we did. We said, who are our clients? What are our ideal clients? Who are the people we want to attract that we do business with? And so what we did back in those days is we got in a room and we got a big whiteboard, and I gave everybody sticky notes. And this is what I did. I said, okay, here's a person, and I just drew a stick figure in the middle of the whiteboard, and I said, what are they thinking and feeling? What do they hear? In other words, when they're walking around every day, what do they hear? What do they see? What do they say and do? What kind of pain or problems are they experiencing? And what are their hopes and aspirations? So what do they hope to gain? So you see those 6 different little boxes here. This is what we did. And so everybody in the room, because we were all in the business, we'd all been talking with owners, our property managers, Matthew, me, everybody got in a room, and there was only, again, about 7 or 8 of us. And we did this exercise. And what we came away with were 2 avatars. And those avatars were Susie and Steve, homeowner, and Mike and Mary, the investor. Those 2 avatars. And the investor versus the homeowner, they think totally different. And so we wanted to market to both of those, because both of those to us were very, very important. And back in 2014 and 15, I'd say it was a healthy mix of homeowner and investor. And then, of course, over the past umpteen, 3 or 4 years, it had been heavily weighted towards investors. But yeah, so this is what we did. We needed to understand who was our target market, because when we were able to do this, then as a marketer, what I was able to do was to get into the head of our people, of our prospects. Now, because I am an investor, it was easier for me to get into the head of the investor, but as a homeowner, I needed this information. So that exercise was very beneficial for us. Then we need the right media. And so Matthew and I sat down and we created what we called this pyramid, the marketing pyramid is what we called it. And we said, hey, let's build the foundation from the foundation up. And so the foundation is all about search engine optimization, our website, and reviews on Google My Business, like Google reviews. Those three things were really what we were honed in on. And honestly, like search engine optimization, SEO is still very difficult for us because we move into new markets and we don't have what you have. If you've been in a city for a long period of time, we don't have the depth of knowledge that you have about that market. We don't have the experience you have with that market. We don't have, our website does not have the domain authority that you have. We probably don't have enough content that is keyword rich for your market. And so you've got a tremendous advantage over us as we move into these markets. However, these are the very important things that we have to focus on. If we don't get SEO and our website and Google reviews right, then nothing else matters, in my opinion. Then we go from there to search engine marketing. And to me, this is like, how are we being found on Google? And most of the time, who finds you on Google? Well, investors who are doing research, and then also Susie and Steve homeowner as they're looking for a property manager. And so we want to stay on top of paid ads. And this means anything for us means Google ads, YouTube ads. It also, Facebook marketing is not necessarily search engine marketing, but I'm going to throw it in there as well. So Facebook ads, and then content creation. And I've said this before, and you'll always hear me say this. I've said it on podcasts before, whatever. Like, to me, one of the things that sets us apart from our competition is just our commitment, our level of commitment to content. That's it. Like, our level of commitment to content. It's nothing special about the content. Anybody can do what we do, but we're committed. And so there's a huge difference between being interested in something and being committed to something, and we are committed. And so we see that as one of the foundations, like one of the building blocks at the bottom of the pyramid, even though it's one rung up, to what's very, very important for us. And then once we go beyond that, you've got radio and mailers, webinars, investor meetups, and courses. Like, to me, all that stuff is just, hey, what you do when you're just humming along, like killing it. You're crushing it in every market. Then you start doing those things. Now, where are we in this? We definitely, the first two pieces of that foundation are dialed in. We've done some radio. We've done some mailers. We've done investor meetup, an investor meetup, and now we're looking at masterminds and courses and things like that for our investors. So, in communities. So this is like, you've got to figure out, once you know your target market, it's how are you going to reach them? Where are you going to spend your money to get in front of them? You need to have a plan for that. And then you need to have a compelling message. And for us, for me, one of the things, because we're playing the long game, it's not necessarily about, hey, how quickly. I mean, yes, we love quick wins, and that's what paid advertising does. It's getting cold traffic to your funnel. But we also want to have a compelling message that essentially tells our prospects, we want to help you succeed. We want to help you succeed. That's it. And so we may have people on our newsletter. We may have people listening to our podcast. We may have people reading our blog or watching our videos on YouTube who are clients of another property management company. And that is okay, because if they consume our content and we help them succeed, then fantastic. They're going to have they'll think well of Evernest. However, if they're not somebody else's client, then they'll probably start like trusting us. And to me, this is the whole point of our marketing, especially our content marketing with all the podcasts and the newsletters and the articles and the videos, is like we just want to build trust. We want to build trust. We want to be helpful. We want to see people succeed. And so the same thing that Matthew and I do for the 300-3,000 podcast, like we're very transparent about what we're trying to do there. Like we want to see you succeed. And then in the case that you want to sell your business to us down the road, then fantastic. But if you never sell your business to us, then fantastic. Like you can succeed. And if we can be a part of that, then fantastic. We think that's great. So that's, to us, what's really important about marketing. This is kind of marketing 101. That's why I wanted to shoot this quick video. Just as a matter of fact, I just gave this presentation, a version of it, to our new team members that are being trained in a room down the hall from me. So I thought I'd share it with you. I hope y'all have a fantastic day.